Yo, what up? This is Tragedy. Since Zozobra is coming up in the next few days on September 1st, today I'm going to teach you guys the history of Zozobra. So before there was ever that burning man burning in the desert, there was Zozobra in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So Zozobra was created by an artist in Santa Fe by the name of Will Schuster in the year 1924. He wanted to create an effigy where people could put all their worries and glooms. While him and his friends had learned about an old Yaqui Indian tradition where they built a 3D figure of Judas, put him on a donkey, parade him around town, and then burn him. So when Will Schuster heard about this tradition, he liked it. So he thought about building a 3D statue of a monster and burning him. The first Zozobra was burned in 1924 in Will Schuster's backyard. So what he did is he built like a big puppet, a big marionette, kind of like a big paper statue. And he named it Zozobra. Zozobra is a noun that means gloom or shipwreck. So he earned the nickname Old Man Gloom, Zozobra. Well, after he came up with this idea, he wanted to incorporate it into the Santa Fe Fiesta. So he took it to the Santa Fe Fiesta Council and he asked them if he could do that. But of course they denied him. They were like, we don't want this hippie shit part of our fiesta. So when they refused him, he got mad. So he threw a counter fiesta and named it Pasatiempo. He threw this party in an empty lot close by. They built and burnt Zozobra. They dressed up their pets. They dressed up themselves. They had what was called a hysterical parade, which made fun of the Santa Fe Fiestas. Everything the Santa Fe Fiestas did, they pretty much reenacted it in a different way to make fun of it. He did this on purpose in rebellion and to disrespect the Santa Fe Fiesta Council. It was an act of rebellion, and since he was an artist, that's what artists do, right? They express themselves through their art. So he was expressing his rebellious heart through his art. Well, soon Will Schuster's Pasatiempo became more popular than the Santa Fe Fiesta. It was attracting more people than the Santa Fe Fiesta was attracting. So the Santa Fe Fiesta Council called Will Schuster and had a meeting with him and asked him to put his Pasatiempo, his Zozobra, into Fiesta. So they incorporated Pasatiempo and Santa Fe Fiesta into one. They were combined into one great event, which is now known as Fiesta de Santa Fe. While it's been the Fiesta de Santa Fe since 1712, we've been celebrating it for Don Diego de Vargas ever since then. But on September 3rd, 1926, they burnt the first Zozobra for the first Fiesta de Santa Fe. And ever since 1926, they've been burning him every single year. It's kind of like a new year for people from Santa Fe. It's like a Santa Fe New Year. People burn their divorce papers. I even read a story today that every year the police shred all their cold case files that they weren't able to solve. One year they burned one of Marilyn Monroe's dresses. People can write down their worries, their glooms, all that, and they could take them to Zozo Fest the weekend before they burn him. Anything you want that you want to burn and get rid of, you could take and you could watch it get rid of during the burning of Zozobra. And that's why it's like a Santa Fe New Year. So Zozobra has always worn what looks like a suit and a tie, like a tuxedo. Well, let me tell you why. The reason he wears a tux is based on the legend of Zozobra. So Zozobra is a big monster who lives in the hills of Santa Fe, and he feeds off the fear and the gloom and the misery and all the failures of the people of Santa Fe. Once a year, we get to catch him and burn him and all that gloom with him. So the people of Santa Fe set Zozobra up by writing him a letter inviting him to the Fiesta de Santa Fe. So they send him an invitation and he agrees to go. And that's why he's wearing a tux. He gets all fresh to death and he's all suited up, ready to go to the party. Little does he know, they have different plans. But little do they know, Zozobra had different plans too. So Zozobra was also coming under false pretenses. He was coming, acting like he was just invited to the party, but he really had other plans. He was going so he could rob the people of the city for the little bit of hope and joy that they might have had left. The little bit of spirit that was left in him, he wanted to steal that shit. So Zozobra gets there and the party begins. So as soon as the party begins, he attacks the children, putting a spell on them, turning them into gloomies, or as I've always called them, the ghosts. The townspeople fight back with torches. They recapture the hearts and the minds of the children. Zozo rages. The people flee. Hope is scarce. Burn him! Burn him! They start chanting. They're summoning the fire spirit. The fire spirit comes and the dance begins. Burn him! Burn him! They keep shouting. So she puts the torch to him and lights him ablaze. He burns. The fire spirit wins. The people of Santa Fe are restored to 100% health, goodwill, peace, joy, all that. But Zozobra will rise again next year, just as our misery, glooms, and addictions always do. Anyway, so that's the legend of Zozobra. So knowing that legend and watching him burn, you will see the story play out. You'll see the children come out. You'll see them turn to ghosts. You'll see the people come with their fire torches. You'll see him fall back. You'll see the fire dancer come and burn him. And it's just, you'll see all that. And now after you understand the myth, you'll understand the ceremony as they burn him. Zozobra has gotten so popular that last year in 2022, over 70,000 people attended. So that's pretty much the history of Zozobra. A New Mexico tradition, a Santa Fe tradition. It's part of our culture. Like I said, it's like a Santa Fe New Year. Zozobra burns this next Friday, September 1st, 2023. If you want to go, then go. Experience it for yourself. There's nothing like it. Anyway, that's the history of Zozobra. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys understood it. Please like, please comment, please share. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys who show love for showing love. This is Tragedy. I'm out.